Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited today to be bringing you a brand new beauty brand that's launching exclusively at Dollar General today in store, and also it's available online if you don't have a Dollar General near you. And the brand is called Believe Beauty. I had gotten a box from them last week and I couldn't show it to you in my Sunday haul because I had to wait for today till it launched, but now I'm going to go ahead and show you an unboxing of everything that I got, do some swatches and kind of some first impressions. But I have to say that since I filmed this first impression video, I have been trying out all the products and I'm in love with them. And the crazy part is every single product in the line is $5 or less, which is kind of incredible, especially since drugstore makeup just seems to keep going up and up and up in price. That, you know, to do an entire line, and by the way, there are so many products in the line, wait until you see, it's crazy, and there's even more on the website than what I actually am going to show you today. I couldn't believe how extensive this line is. So actually everything that I'm wearing on my face today, with the exception of my brow pencil, is from this line, and I am actually getting the brow pencil next because I definitely want to do a full review and a full face of all of these products for you and really do some more in-depth reviews once I've had a chance to try everything a little bit more. But so far I can tell you I am in love with this brand already. So why don't we go ahead, I'm going to turn the camera around and just do a traditional like unboxing style like I normally do my Sunday haul, and you can see swatches of everything, and then I will see you back here at the end. Okay, so first let's start with the eyeshadow palettes. So these are 6-pan palettes. I have 4 of them all together, and on the back it says this eyeshadow palette is curated with a selection of 6 highly pigmented mattes, striking shimmers, and metallics, all with a smooth and blendable texture. The versatile shade collection allows you to create both classic and playful looks that go from day to night, and these are made in Taiwan. So let's start with this one, and this one's called Nearly Nude. So these feel like they're picking up really easily. Whoa. Look at that pigment. Then here's the next 3 shades. Well, these are swatching incredibly well, so I'm very excited to see how these apply to the eyes. Look at that. That is insane. I feel like the only shade that was kind of more on the sheer side was this first matte one. Let me just try to add another layer and see how it builds up. It has a very, very silky feel, and it seems to pick up well with my finger. I don't know if it's just because it's kind of blending right into my skin tone that I'm not seeing it, because this middle one here is also a matte, and that one was really nicely pigmented. I think it might just be because it's almost literally the exact same color as my skin. And then this next one is called Into the Blue. This one looks gorgeous as well. All right, so let's see. Okay, see, yeah, that white, it feels exactly the same texture as the beige one in the other palette, and this one shows up a lot better. So I think it was just that it was so close to my skin tone. This blue feels so buttery and creamy. It's amazing. This one, this is a matte shade, and it felt a little bit more dry and scratchy than the mattes in the first palette, but I have noticed with blue and purple shades in particular that mattes can sometimes be a little bit scratchy and a little patchy as well. This one definitely does not lack pigment though, so I think if you're especially just putting it on a small area like on your eyelid rather than doing a whole swatch, I think it's going to be totally fine. Then here are the next 3 shades. Oh, look at that one. How beautiful. I just can't get over how creamy and buttery these shimmer shades feel. They feel amazing. Okay, so this one here is a little bit different than the others. This one had more of a satin finish, I would say. It feels different than the others, just like dipping into the pan. It feels a little smoother, while these, you can kind of feel like the richness. They almost feel like cream shadows. They're so buttery. This one's just a little bit more on the smooth side. So let me just see how it builds up. I mean, yeah, I just added another layer, and it's incredibly pigmented. So that's the Into the Blue palette, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then next up we have Plush Purples. So this one is more like one of those silkier shades again, rather than the buttery ones, and so is this last pink one on the end. So I think these are incredibly blendable. They don't show up as pigmented as these rich deep shimmers right here, like these 3 in the middle. And I would say that these silky shades on the end kind of remind me of the ones in the Flower Beauty palettes or the CoverGirl True Naked palettes, which again, they don't always swatch the best, but they apply really nicely to the eyes. The shimmer shades though are nothing like those two palettes that I just mentioned. These are way richer, more pigmented, and they don't have as much crumbly fallout to them. So I'm really impressed with these so far. And then the last palette is called Golden Disco. This one doesn't appear to have any matte shades, so this one's an all shimmer palette. This one is one of those matte shades that has glitter in it, so it's a different formula than the first two, which are more of those buttery shimmer shades. So there's that one. I'm dying to see what this yellow looks like at the end. It looks so crazy in the pan and foiled. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. That is stunning. So even though I'm not normally a fan of all shimmer palettes, this one is really, really stunning. And then next up we have the Glimmer Pots, and these are a gel to powder eyeshadow. So I have 4 shades. I'm not sure if there are more than that, but these are made in Italy and they retail for $4.25 to $4.50. I'm not sure about the price difference, but on the website it showed some of them as being $4.50 and some as $4.25. So I don't know why, but all right, let's go ahead and swatch these. Okay, so we have Gold Flake. This one is Innocence. And then Girl Talk. This is a rose gold. That one's probably my favorite. So pretty. And then this one is Pink Quartz. So these feel really, really smooth and they have that bouncy texture. Very, very similar to the ColourPop Super Shock formula. All right, so next up is the foundation, and this is the Skin Finish Foundation. It says medium to full coverage, and this is made in Germany. And I have to say, I mean, for a $5 foundation, the packaging is super nice on these. You have a really nice pump as well. It's very heavy. It just feels luxurious. It's hard to believe that this is a $5 product. So let's go ahead and swatch these 3. Okay, so the shades that I have are Porcelain, Ivory, and then this one is Neutral Tan. So this feels like it's a really, really liquidy foundation. It doesn't feel super thick. It's supposed to have more of a skin-like finish, which is what I really, really like. I don't see any shimmer in the formula at all. And coverage-wise, I mean, it does seem like it might be more of a full coverage. Let's try and blend this one in a little bit more and see what happens. All right, so blended out, I mean, just looking at the difference between my skin, you can see a little bit of redness here, and the foundation, I think it has at least medium coverage. You could probably build it up to full as well, and I would definitely classify the finish as more of a skin-like finish because it really just seamlessly blends in. I don't see it sitting on top. It doesn't feel dry. It also doesn't feel super hydrating either. I think it's just somewhere in between, which would make it really good for probably a lot of different skin types. If I do find that it's not enough moisture for me, I can always just use a hydrating primer. As long as the foundation isn't super, super dry, then that's totally fine. And this one really doesn't feel like it's going to be. It feels like just a really nice happy medium. So I'm really excited to try this. Next, I want to show you guys these brushes. They sent me 2 to start with, but there are definitely more on the website. So this one's the foundation brush, and it says it's designed with the ideal shape, density, and texture to achieve the most airbrushed finish. And then this one is a tapered blending brush for applying and blending eyeshadow in the crease of the eye. So basically a crease brush. But these feel so much softer than I thought they were going to be. This foundation brush is $3.50. And then the eye brush is $3. And I mean, I don't know if you can see here, but it's super, super dense and it's incredibly soft. It feels very, very velvety, like a lot of my high-end brushes. So I was super impressed when I felt this, very excited to test it out. And then the eyeshadow brush feels really nice as well. It's soft, but it also has some stiffness to it. So it's gonna be great for blending in the crease. I think it's not like one of those overly floppy brushes, but it just feels so soft. The bristles don't feel like those plasticky synthetic ones. They just feel velvety. Like that's the only way I can describe it. So I can't wait to try these brushes, and I definitely want to pick up some more. So next, let's go ahead and swatch some cheek products. So this is the Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette. This says bronze, blush, and highlight with the perfect contouring trio. This palette features a blush, bronzer, and highlighter to create a variety of sculpted looks, and this is made in Taiwan. And it looks like the bronzer and the blush are more of a matte finish, or maybe it's satiny, and then the highlighter is of course shimmery. So let's go ahead and swatch them. Blush. Look at that highlight. Holy cow, that is so shiny. So already I'm loving these colors. This bronzer is like the perfect bronzer for my skin tone. This peachy pink blush is beautiful as well, and look at this highlight. It's just stunning. They also sent over a variety of single cheek products, 2 blushes, 2 bronzers, and then 1 highlight, but there are actually more on their website. So let's go ahead and start with this highlighter. This is in the shade Pop of Pink. It says a radiance enhancing highlighter with a silky texture and a barely there feel. And this one is made in Taiwan as well. So that, even though it looks white in the pan, it actually does swatch a little bit pink. It kind of is a duochrome shade. It's really, really pretty, and it's not overly glittery like that last highlighter that I swatched. This is actually reminding me of those Essence Pure Nude highlighters a little bit, and I do have one that's very similar in color to this, so I'd be very interested to see how this one compares. And by the way, the single highlighters are $4.75, as well as the blushes, and then the bronzers are $5 each. So then for the blushes, we have, this one's called Wink, and it says a long-wearing sheer powder blush that provides a pop of buildable natural cheek color for all skin tones. So these powders are so incredibly silky. This doesn't look nearly as deep as it actually looks in the pan, so I'm happy for that. But with blush, it's something that obviously you can build up if you want to, or just leave it a little bit more sheer. And for my skin tone, I think that this is actually perfect. I was kind of worried that it was going to be too dark, but it really looks like a beautiful cool tone pink. And then this one's called Rosy Glow. This one has a little bit of shimmer to it. The last one was more of a matte. Oh my gosh, look at how shimmery this blush is. Holy cow. It's almost like a highlighter level. So I'm definitely going to have to test that out. Sometimes really, really shimmery blushes can accentuate my pores and texture a little. So it depends on the formula. Sometimes I can get away with them and sometimes I can't, but I do really, really like the color of this one. And then for the bronzers, this one's called Havana Sunset. This is the lighter one. So that one, it's a little bit warmer than I normally would look for in a bronzer. It's a little warmer and more yellow toned than the one that was in the palette just before that I swatched. So I think I like the one in the palette a little bit better than this shade, at least for me, but that's because I have a pink undertone. If you have more of a golden undertone to your skin, this one is really pretty for fair skin tones. And then this one is Tahitian Sun. This one looks like it's going to be a little bit cooler in tone. Yes, this one is actually more of a pinky bronze. This is perfect. I love bronzer shades like this, so I think I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of that one. And they just all feel so incredibly silky, like they're going to be amazing to blend, so I can't wait to test these out. Next, they also sent over some lash products. So they have false lashes. They have a bunch of them on their website. They sent me 2 of them. So this is Glamorous and this one is Romantic. And these are $4.50 each. And then they also sent over one of their mascaras. They have a couple of different ones on the website. This one is Extended Lash Lengthening Mascara. It says instant length in just 1 coat. And this one is also $4.50. It says our extended lash lengthening mascara stays non-clumping and non-flaking throughout the day, leaves lashes with a soft, flexible coat. This creamy mascara evenly glides on each lash, providing instant length and flexibility throughout the day. And this one is made in Italy. So I just want to open it up quick and take a look at the brush. All right, so here's a look at the brush. And this one is kind of interesting. It's skinny, like if you look at it this way, but then flat and flat and wide when you turn it. So it's one of the plastic bristle brushes. So I'm not sure if all of their mascaras have this type of brush or if some of them have the more traditional mascara one, but I know that they did have like 4 or 5 different mascaras on the website. So I'd really be interested to test out a couple of them because I'm such a mascara junkie, but I will let you guys know how this one wears for sure. They also have some cleansing wipes. These are the Micellar Water Makeup Removing Cleansing Wipes, and all the wipes on the site are $4. And these say, let's see, convenient, easy-to-use wipes that gently, effectively lift away dirt, oil, and makeup. Silky cloths infused with nourishing chamomile extract removes even the most stubborn makeup without the rinsing or harsh rubbing. Skin is left feeling incredibly smooth, clean, and hydrated. These are made in Korea. And then they also have charcoal infused ones, and these have a green tea scent. These say that they have a rose scent. And this one says they are infused with detoxifying charcoal powder, removes even the most stubborn makeup without the rinsing or harsh rubbing. It basically says the same thing. So I want to take a look at these and see what they look like and kind of what they feel like. Oh, look at that. These are actually black. They really are infused with charcoal. They were not kidding about that. And they smell so good. I can actually smell them from here. Let me just try a little bit. I'm very picky about makeup wipes because you guys know I love the skin food ones because they don't leave a residue behind and they just leave my skin feeling very refreshed. And obviously I'm not sure how these remove makeup yet. Actually, maybe I should test these out as I'm doing swatches. That's actually a better idea. So I'm going to set these aside and do some swatches, and then I'll come back and test out each one and see how they remove makeup. So let me swatch the lipsticks because I think that's going to be a really good test of how well a makeup wipe works, because it's easy to take off things like blush and eyeshadow, but lipsticks not so much. So these are the matte liquid lipsticks. These are $4 each. So this shade is called Foxy. This looks really, really pretty. They feel really, really smooth and lightweight, maybe almost like a gel-like texture. Really nice. I love this color. And then this shade is called Cherry on Top. I mean, that has like no patchiness to it whatsoever. Really nicely pigmented in one swipe. They also don't have any scent to them as well. These are made in the USA. So I'm just gonna let these dry down for a few minutes and then I'll try the makeup wipe. All right, so let's see how this works to take these off. Okay, definitely impressed so far. That was just one swipe. I mean, they're leaving like maybe just like a hint of it behind, but not really. And I didn't even have to rub with this so hard. So, all right, I'm officially impressed with these charcoal wipes. So I'll try the rose ones next. I'll go ahead and swatch the bullet lipsticks, and then I'll try the micellar ones. Okay, so these lipsticks are called Satin Crush Lipstick. These are made in Germany and they are $4 a piece. So this first shade is called Vintage Romance. I think my skin is still a little bit wet from the wipe, so all right, there's that one. They feel super, super creamy and definitely a nice satiny finish. They're not glittery or anything like that. They're also not matte. And then this one's called Moroccan Spice. I love this color already. Look at how beautiful that is. This one is Peach Mimosa. Yeah, my arm is starting to dry and these are going on a lot better now. And then this one is Parisian Red. All right, so now let's go ahead and put these micellar wipes to the test. These are the rose scented ones. These smell really nice as well, actually. I'm not normally a fan of rose scents, but it smells really nice. Okay, so I'm barely pressing on this at all, and it took a good portion of it off. And by the way, the charcoal ones did not leave any kind of sticky film behind, and these really don't seem to be either. They feel really refreshing and actually remind me a lot of the skin food ones. It is leaving a little bit behind, but not too bad, especially because lipstick is really difficult to remove. Let me just try to hit it with the charcoal one and see if this one is maybe like more efficient or the same. I don't know. It's mainly that red shade that was really dark that's kind of hanging around. The other ones are actually totally gone. But still, I'm overall so far impressed with these. I do have to obviously use them on my face, but so far so good. All right, just a few things left. So this is the Eyebrow Styling Gel, and this is in the shade Clear. It's made in Taiwan, and this is $4. So I'm not sure if they have tinted versions. I'm gonna have to double check their website on that, but I just wanted to look at the brush really quick. So yeah, it just looks like your typical clear brow gel. So I'm excited to see what kind of hold it has and how well it holds them throughout the day. So definitely have to let you know about that. And then this one is the Perfect Glow Highlighting Stick. This is $4.50, and this is the shade Champagne Kiss. I know they did have a bunch of these on their site, but I'll just go ahead and swatch this one. I remember when Flower Beauty had these sticks and I really enjoyed them a lot. I don't think they carry them anymore. Wow, look at how smooth that highlighter looks. This is actually reminding me of those. And like I said, I really loved those a lot. I'm kind of sad that they discontinued them, but I mean, this is so natural looking and just kind of melts right into my skin. It looks so pretty. So I'm very, very excited to test this one out on my face. I think it's going to be beautiful. Next, they sent over 3 of their primers. These are $5 each, and we have the Pretty and Primed Color Correcting Primer, the Hydrating Primer, and then this one is Stay Put Makeup Primer. So this one says, this colorless, silky face primer helps to smooth the look of skin, extends the wear of makeup, and works with all complexions to create the perfect base for flawless foundation. So this one is kind of more of like a peachy tone. It feels super, super silky. It actually does not feel like one of those silicone type primers. Does this have silicone in it? Actually, no, it doesn't. It says silicone-free, paraben-free, not tested on animals. All right, so that's interesting. I wonder if they're all silicone-free. Yep, this one is, and also this one. So it feels very nice. My skin feels super smooth right here where I put it. It also definitely seems to add a little bit of blur and maybe almost like a little hint of a glow. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it doesn't look sparkly or shimmery, but I just feel like my skin looks glowy in the area where I put it. All right, so next let's try this one. This is the Hydrating Primer. It says a replenishing face primer that hydrates, smooths, and preps skin for flawless makeup application will leave your skin with a dewy, healthy looking finish. So I'll just put it on this side. This one actually has a blue tint to it. But it's so sheer, I mean, I don't think it's going to actually color your skin in any way. This one feels very similar, maybe, yeah, like a little bit more hydrating. It has almost like a little more slip to it. That one sank in really quickly and disappeared. This one feels like it's a little more on the emollient side, but otherwise it has like the same exact texture. It's just that more lotiony texture. Yeah, and this one doesn't seem to add a glow like this one does. Like this one, my skin definitely looks glowy more on this side than on that side. And then the last one is the Color Correcting Primer. This one says a color correcting green toned face primer that helps to reduce redness and even out skin tone, creates an even canvas that can be worn alone or under makeup for extended wear. All right, so let me just try that up here. I do have some redness in my skin, so we can see how this works. This also has the exact same texture. And really the green tint, it's not a super strong green tint, so I don't know quite how well this is going to work, but we'll see. Actually, maybe it is working. I don't know. Do you guys think this looks less red than this? I kind of think it does. So I'm actually liking that because I do have a lot of redness in my face, especially my nose and around my nose. My forehead sometimes gets red, definitely my chin. So I like that this is a little bit more sheer, but it still seems to be working. I don't like those green primers that are like super green and it kind of makes my skin tone look green. This one doesn't seem to do that, but at the same time, it did sort of color correct a little bit of redness. So, all right, I'm definitely excited to give them a try. All right, and then last but not least, we have nail polishes. These are the Gel Effect nail polish. They're $2.50 each, and they sent the shades Serene and Duchess, and these are made in the USA. So I really want to test this out and see what they're like. I dropped this one and I cracked it, but I think that the packaging on these is so nice. It's definitely a step up from what you would think you would get at this type of price point. I really want to see what the brush is like as well. So let's take a look at that. Oh, you know what? This has like that wider brush that's very similar to KL Polish. If you guys remember Kathleen Light's nail polish line, I was obsessed with KL Polish, and this brush looks very similar to that. So let me just go ahead and paint a nail and see what happens. Okay, well that actually has quite a bit of pigment. I don't know if you say pigment with nail polish. It's not streaky, let's put it that way. I mean, this is like one coat and it's pretty much covering just about everything. I mean, it's very opaque. Maybe that's the word I was looking for, opaque. So one coat, look at that. Definitely way better than what I would have thought for a $2.50 nail polish. That's kind of incredible. So I'm excited to see how long this wears. I'm just gonna let this dry really quick and then do a second coat. All right, let's go in for the second coat. Kind of hard to do this without my hand like resting on the table, but I'm trying my best. I'm probably doing this really messy. So that is incredible coverage. I mean, I almost could have gotten away with one coat, but I just did two like for the heck of it. And this is perfect. It's nice and shiny as well. I'm super impressed with this. It's just whether or not it lasts a long time. Nail polish seems to chip on me like within a day or two usually. And I do have a young son, so I'm always like prying something open or whatever. And I'm really hard on my nails. So I'd be curious to see how long this lasts. I think I'm going to do the rest of my nails and I'll definitely have to let you guys know. All right, guys, so that's everything. I would love to hear your feedback down in the comments below. Let me know what you're interested in trying, what looks good to you. I would just love to hear your feedback because I am just, as you can tell, probably so excited about this line, and I would love to chat with you guys about it. So don't forget to leave those comments, and also if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I will definitely be doing some more in-depth reviews of this line, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!